Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? Welcome back to another live stream on the channel. And yeah, again, we're discussing a loss. Happy days. But yeah, we all expected it, didn't we? So yeah, lots to discuss tonight as always. Thank you for you guys who are already in here. Absolute goats. You know who you are. But yeah, as I always say, drop a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. I'll get that out of the way. But yeah, tonight, lots to discuss. Obviously, one place to start. Leicester and Manchester United won. And we're talking about that. And then obviously, we're going to have some positive news. We'll be talking about Leicester's new signing and about Faes, and then we'll be looking obviously at the future, Brendan Rodgers, and then we'll be looking ahead to Brighton, which is a quick turnaround, obviously this Sunday away. So yeah, lots of things to discuss tonight. So yeah, let's say hello to some of you guys in the chat already. So hello to everyone in here. Leicester fan is in here as well. Hello, and yeah, I'll check it after. I've seen your message, just couldn't get around to it. So yeah, I'll check that after, mate. No, Roy's. But yeah, hello to everyone who's joining us. So yeah, one place to start really. Last night, the straight performance, flat, nothing, shocking. Again, I just don't really know what to add to it, to be honest. I just thought there was no desire, nothing. We just looked so flat. We looked out of ideas going forward. Defensively, we just looked all over the place at times, and it's just like you put 11 players on the pitch for the first time and they don't really know what to do. It's like there's no real game plan. It's just pass, and then try and figure it out. I just can't work out what's going on. We've lost our identity. I don't know how Leicester are trying to play right now. We just seem to pass it to Barnes and hope he can get past a few players and go from there. We have nothing on the right-hand side. James Justin was absolutely atrocious last night, and I'll say that. He's been pretty awful all the season. So, yeah, let me know. Just let me know in the chat what you guys think. But I just don't know what to say after that, to be honest. Really don't know what to say. Brendan Rodgers comments about Sancho. Have you seen it? I have. Apparently, he's not been up to scratch in training, which, you know, fair enough. Obviously, we don't see what's going on in training, but I thought you can see why he's put Wilfred Ndidi ahead of a centre back. So yeah, it's really interesting. Just can't see how we can beat a Brighton good team. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Obviously, they did lose to Fulham on Tuesday night, I think it was. But yeah, they're gonna be looking to bounce back, and they've done quite well at home so far this year, I think. So, and usually we always seem to struggle against Brighton away. We have in recent seasons as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. What help? Yeah, it's just one of them really. Obviously, we all knew that this type that is probably going to come, and maybe this is the year where Vardy falls off, and maybe we will see the likes of Daka, Ian Atcher, etc. a bit more now. I think, you know, another thing last night, 2 subs, 2, and one of them came on. And Daka came on in the 85th minute, and Daka almost got the assist for Justin if he could learn how to hit a ball. So I just don't get it. Really don't get it. How the player's supposed to perform when the manager's saying yeah, some of the comments he made today really did annoy me. Like, I do mind losing, but yesterday I didn't expect us to win. I obviously said we'll win 3-2. That's me being very optimistic. But even after the match, why can't for once he just accept that he's, I don't know, why can't he just accept responsibility for once? Keeps making all these excuses of, the board haven't backed us. We're going to try and get 40 points now. It's not the mentality, is it? It's really not the mentality. It's just playing the victim card every single week, saying it's none of his fault, when in reality quite a lot of it is, to be honest, because the main reason why we haven't been able to spend so much is because of his awful signings last summer, in Vestergaard, Bertrand, etc. So I just can't work it out. Really can't. It's done red. And how can the ambition drop so much from attempting to break into the top 6? There we go. And trying to break into the top 4. Exactly that, Ethan, mate. 100% agree. Spot on. That's what I mean. Yes, other teams are strengthened around us. Yes, we maybe lost a few key players, but you can't be going from challenging Europe. Last year, we're in a flipping European semi-final in Rome. Now we're trying to stay up. How can it change so quickly? Yes, we've lost Fafana, but I don't. His time's done. His time is done. And if anyone's Brendan Rodgers in, I just tell me why, because I don't see any reason why you would want him to stay in charge, because I just don't get it. Start of the season, I gave him a chance. I backed him. First game, first 2 games, go. You know what I mean? I'll back him. But now, I just can't see how you back him. You see Vard, yeah, exactly. It's the same with Puel, and he's got every right to be angry because what is he doing? I swear, Sony. That's confidence is an issue. You can see that in the team when the crowd gets on the back of the players. They seem to struggle, but need to play better because I know confidence is a hard thing to get, but I just think the whole mentality around the whole club isn't really helping. And I think, is Brendan Rodgers really inspiring the players? Is Brendan giving them the confidence to go out there and, because yes, it's not just Brendan Rodgers, it is the players as well. But we've seen how well these players can perform, and we've seen how well Brendan has done at Leicester. So I just think something's wrong and something needs to change. That's the simple reason behind it. Only reason he hasn't been sacked is money. Yeah, exactly. That's it. We're gonna have to pay a lot to sack him, aren't we? Faes better than Fafana. Yeah, why not? Exactly. You know it's some, but I'm still trying to work out how to say his name. I think it is Wout Faes. I think that's how you say his name. Pretty sure. He'll score more goals, Mitrovic Vardy. Right now, I have to say Mitrovic, to be honest. Mitrovic Vardy looks, I wouldn't say looks crap. He hasn't really got much service, has he yet? I agree. Vardy looks a bit slow this year. Yeah, it's just one of them. He's reaching his age now. He's catching up. So I don't think you can expect too much, can you? You look so slow, and yeah, I know. Do you mean me? Oh, I'm pretty. Yeah, I know what you mean. We need to up front, no disrespect to Vardy. Yeah, we do. I just don't. I just can't work it out. I just don't know what to say. Really, I'm really confused. What the hell is going on? It's like I know we've had tough games, but 1 point from 5, 1 point from 5 games, one. What is going? I just can't get it. You're an absolute goat, mate. Absolute goat. At least under the PL, you could see that he was trying to do, even though it was not working. Yeah, exactly. And Puel, despite him obviously ending off quite poorly, yeah, he changed things around, and he brought good players into the squad. He tried his best, and I think yet again, he reached his top of his mountain, and Rodgers led up to the next mountain, but the next mountain is going to be a bit lower down now, I think, because it's just gonna. I just can't see how Brendan Rodgers turns the situation around. That's the thing. Maybe if we get a few wins, which I can't see happening, but how can you be? We're in such a big hole right now. I just can't. I think it's too big to get out of. I just can't see it improving. So, yeah, I've said it a few times. It's not going to improve. Get him gone. Simple as that. Simple as that. Feel bad for Daka. Exactly. 85th minute, 5 minutes left to impact, and he nearly did make an impact as well. Like I said, if Justin could strike a ball properly, it's like Jeff Schlupp versus Everton, weren't it? But yeah, that's what I mean. I just don't understand. I don't know why Castagna wasn't playing. He was on the bench. I don't think he's injured. We've got Dennis Pratt on the bench as well. I thought he should have came on for Dewsbury. Anyone really, even Perez. It's just fresh legs. I just can't understand why we didn't make any changes. Absolute go. I kind of want him to play against Brighton. Throw him in there. Can't do much worse, can he? I think. And Diddy did a right at centre back, but it's not ideal, is it? Playing a defensive mid at centre back. So yeah, I just don't know. Let me catch up to these comments, here, boys. Get up there. Vardy can't play alone. I think Vardy, yeah, he's had a difficult start to the season, but he just hasn't really got much service apart from that from the Chelsea game. And I know he missed the chances there, but on another day, I think he could do it. But yeah, I think a striker alongside him could help him because I just don't think he's got it really in the tank to lead the line for a whole game, and that's why we've seen him come off the last few games as well. So, do you think he will flop? It's difficult to say right now, but I'm happy with the signing. He looks to be a good player. I watch his interviews. He seems to be a pretty nice guy, a likable guy. Obviously knows Tielemans, Castagna, Pratt, etc. from Belgium. So he's a leader, captain for his old club. 15 mil. I don't think it's a bad signing, to be honest. 5-year contract. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's a risky signing, but let's just see how it goes. We shouldn't write him off yet. Yeah, right now I honestly don't know, mate. I know Dak is a good player, but we should rather be considering values. Yeah, obviously we were trying to sign Bogal from Atalanta. Obviously that fell through, but that signing, Lookman's gone to Atalanta and took his place. So we're trying to sign Lookman's replacement. Or I don't know if I worded that right, but you know what I mean. We need to play, yeah, you know it, mate. I know Ward obviously, but yesterday the goal we conceded, he went down so easily. I know on this channel we all have big Daniel Iverson, but realistically, I think Ward yesterday, he made some good saves here and there. I don't think he had to make too many, but I just think he went down way too easy for Sancho. Obviously, it's a difficult save to make. I don't really expect him to save it, but he made it pretty easy for him, I think. But yeah, I think the defence itself is the main issue because that goal we scored, we were just all out position. It was so easy, a few passes and you're in. So also another thing, how can Samara not be in the match squad for the first 3 games? Yeah, exactly that. I thought Samara was excellent last night. The only real good sign, and I think it shows. He's got 2 runs. He's got 2 games in a row now against tough games against Chelsea and United, and he's done fairly well in there. I think he's still got stuff to work on in his game. He's still trying to get up to speed. Sometimes I think he can be a bit lazy here and there, but apart from that, I think he looked very good. So yeah, hopefully he can start against Brighton as well. That's the thing. Where does Ndidi fit into the side? Because I think since Wolf got his injury, he hasn't really been the same player. But I still think Wolf's going to be key for us because he showed it last night. He's still in there. He can read the game quite nicely and make those tackles. But I think playing Wolf with a centre back within a back four, I don't know. I think maybe it's a back three potentially, but as a back four, I'm not too sure. Barnes up the legs to yeah. So I think you're right there, aren't we? Where's the passion from? That's what I mean. I watched him for a bit on the bench. He just sat on his bench with his stupid pad going. It's like, get out there and I don't know. I want to see a manager who's animated, really pushing the boys on. And right now, I just don't see that. Did he centre back? Interesting. With Harry, I think he obviously wanted to go back to. Was it Marseille? I think it was. He was on loan there last year, so that's understandable. So you going Brighton? Probably. I'm not sure yet. Probably not. I haven't got a ticket. Went to Marseille. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Who will play Samare or Wolf on Sunday? I hope both, to be honest. Obviously, that's difficult to fit all them into the midfield. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Samare, to be honest. I just think we need to pick players who are on good form. And Samare is probably one of our best players recently. He looks solid in training. I saw on Instagram. Say training, but yeah, fair enough. Can we talk about Callum? Yeah, we will talk about that, isn't it? When I first saw it, I thought it was a loan. I checked back at like a few hours later. I was absolutely shocked. Let's talk about it now. What are we doing? Callum Wright has gone on a permanent to Blackpool. I know he hasn't really played yet, but he looked to be a very promising player. Did well at Cheltenham, I think, like last year. Strange decision, very strange. Give him another loan. Dewsbury went to Blackpool on loan, and he did well. Why have we sold him? It's just crazy. You have to turn a new squad. Well, I don't really want any Colo Torres or any Torres because Colo Torre, the defensive coach, is not doing anything, is he? So, it's just a crazy decision, isn't it? Crazy. He doesn't seem bothered. He seems to have given up, and the way he conducts himself in post-match interviews is just really irritating. Now, in his first few seasons at Leicester, obviously he was absolutely fantastic. Turned the club around, got us into Europe, all that. But the way he's just suddenly fell off a cliff is just crazy. And the signs were there last year. I know we had injuries and stuff, but the signs were there. They really were. And I think, those few wins towards the end of the season, where we beat Watford, Norwich, got a point at Chelsea, beat Southampton, that saved him really because before that, we obviously lost to Roma, we lost to Everton at home, that sort of thing. It's just up the comments. We love to see it. Keep them coming, boys. If Iheanacho wasn't so lazy, we could play him on the right, left-footed. I'm not sure about Iheanacho wide. I think Iheanacho is more better than in the middle, as more like a false nine type of striker. So, but I think we need to work on this Iheanacho and Daka partnership because that could be the way forward. Not gonna lie, Faes should play on that. I think obviously, I know we obviously joke about him on it, but I'm actually being serious. I think he should actually play against Brighton because realistic, be realistic. I want to say Poch, and I do, but realistically, I honestly don't know, mate. Realistically, Potter's not realistic, is it? Poch ain't really realistic. Sure, the Dyche is probably realistic, but I just don't know. I think Dyche would turn things around, but I just don't think it's a long-term appointment. So Sean Dyche maybe towards for the rest of the year. I don't know. It's just difficult. Do you think we'll spend money if we're on the bottom three? Well, we better do. Yeah, we have to surely. Marcelo had to join in the morning. I realised it was fake news. Yeah, that I actually fell for it a little bit. I kind of thought it was happening because I was just obviously those 40 minutes or an hour or whatever it was were very fun before the rumours said that obviously it was fake, but it was funny, wasn't it? So yeah, big on Marcelo to Leicester. Wright has gone to replace Boyer at Blackpool because the Forest has signed off the flipping. God, I don't even know. They made like 22 signs. How could he even do that? What's Rodgers blame next to them for exactly? He's just coming out with these stupid excuses. Or the board hasn't backed me. That's your own flipping fault, mate. He had his chance to sign players last year and he messed it up. That's why we're in this situation. We spent too much money last year and didn't sell anyone. That's why we're in this situation. We had to get Europe this year, and we didn't. That's the harsh reality of it. And last year we could have easily got Europe. We finished 3 points behind West Ham. Crazy. Yeah, that's what we are exactly. Why can't Rodgers change things up in a team? That's what I mean. I said it last night. The people I sat with at the game. He's just stubborn. Makes 2 changes. He said before the 5 sub rule. So someone questioned about him. Obviously, I think it was a Brentford game. Someone said obviously Brentford made 5 subs. Why did you make 2 or 3? And he's when you're losing, you can just throw players on and go for it. So why don't you do that? It just backtracks every time. I just don't get it. Granted, like why you weren't told it was away, but Forest couldn't get him. And still, so yeah, probably. I just don't know why all these players are going to Forest, to be honest, because they've just signed about 2 or 3 players in every single position. Like, how are they even going to start? I just don't understand. But there, who cares about Forest? I came over from school excited for myself to join, and I woke up on fake news. Ouch. Harsh reality of it. Forest, did they? I haven't read anything about that. Don't read Forest. We take Scott Parker. No. Nuno, maybe. Did a right Wolves. Solskjaer, probably not, but maybe. I wouldn't take Scott Parker though, no chance. Marcelo could still happen. It could happen, but it's probably not going to happen. There's a few free agents out there who obviously we can still sign. One and Jason Bonilla, which I think we should just sign right now. Just get it done. But we're not always so. Can we play Iverson? He's so underrated, and they've even been. Yeah, I knew it, man. You know it, mate. You know what? Let's get it in the chat. I've changed it this time. Everyone in the chat, hashtag Iverson in. Let's get it trending. We need the VAR. Yeah, that's what we need. We need FA Cup run back, don't we? Yeah, it can work, can't it? Olympiacos, never mind. Yeah, one minute. How about you? Good. How you been, mate? Hope you're all right, mate. I'm not too bad. You know, I would say Sean Dyche. I just don't know. I don't know why. I just don't want him, to be honest, boys. I'd take him for maybe rest of the season max, but I wouldn't want him long term unless he obviously can miraculously change, turns things around. But yeah, obviously he was at Burnley and obviously played that Brexit style. So that's my only question: is he capable of playing a different style of football? I think he is, but that's my only doubt. Yeah, you guys know. I'll listen in. Hope he plays on Sunday. Hopefully so. I think there's a good chance. Obviously, Amati was ill last night. That's why he wasn't obviously in the squad, and he obviously wasn't on the bench. And Diddy at centre back. I think it's obviously going to be Evans there, but it just depends who's going to play alongside him. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. Obviously, a quick turnaround from yesterday back to the usual Thursday, Sunday, etc. So maybe it could work because Leicester, we keep on losing these games. You just want to get that first win, and the more games you have, the better chance. But yeah, the more games you have, if you keep losing, it's not going to get any better. So it's a tough little line. Players have no confidence in themselves anymore because the manager doesn't. That's what I think it is. I think we saw last night their confidence wasn't there. I know the crowd gets on the backs, but even I was getting annoyed last night because it's just silly errors. I don't mind the amount of times we just pass the ball backwards. It's absolutely crazy. I'd rather just play an attacking ball, lose possession, and then defend for a bit and win it back. All we do is just pass around the back, and in the end, we just give the ball away anyway. I think James Justin probably made about 3 passes forward yesterday. Crazy. I think I've said this already this season. I do not rate James Justin at all, and last night showed. I'm sorry I looked in the first half. There was so much space on that right hand side. I was sat right in front of it. Malacia tucked into my James Maddison, and there was a complete free channel for a right back or wing back or whatever to run in that. And if Castagna was playing, I 100% think he would have been flying up there. There's so much space on that side. We just didn't use it. First half, especially, and I think in the second half it was cancelled out a bit more. I think Ten Hag found that out. He knew to change things around, and that was a chance because that right hand side there was so much opportunity to come forward and get the front foot, and that's what Leicester like to play, the fullbacks high and wide, and we just didn't do that. And I think James Justin is lacking confidence because we all know JJ is a good player before his injury, and hopefully he can get back to those levels. But right now he just simply isn't. I thought Luke Thomas was all right. He was better than Justin. We did, he for me, spot on. Got to start with him. I'm telling you, man, he has to start. Like what has Wood done to make? Oh yeah, start him. It's just I just don't know. We were taking the piss, but I actually, honestly, I believe I actually being serious. I can't lie. Can't lie. Imagine the scenes if Iverson comes in, keeps a clean sheet, saves a penalty. There'll be limbs on this channel after the Brighton game. Our mate made a channel for the new centre back. Go on, man. Stick in the chat. My friend is a Forest fan. Don't question why, and he said we'll finish above him. I think we will. But we just got to wait. It'll come. Has anyone told you that you look? Do I? Maybe. Oh well, yeah. We're both Leicester lads, so maybe a little bit. I think my hair's a bit longer, isn't it? But yeah, if I had it a bit short, yeah, we get a bit of Luke Thomas. Can we still? I do believe we can. I think he's a free agent, so I think obviously free agent you can sign him whenever. So I just don't understand why we won't get him. It seems I think if Leicester offered for him, I think he would probably come due to the Belgians. We could have three at the back four in Belgium internationals at this rate, which I don't mind because Belgium are obviously a good side. Has been in the youth system for years and we're going to do anything. Sports as Thomas, yeah. Promote Alves. Might as well. We might as well. Should have got Sofian Diop. We should have got flipping Lookman for that. We should have got Lookman. Simple as 15 mil. We just spent 50 mil on a random centre back. Stunning. It's actually done my head in that. We're going to play a whole year with no right winger. What are we doing? Ward as well as number one. Yeah, he is, but I just can't really. He's just been poor so far. That's simple as. I know he hasn't. I know he's made one mistake. I want to back him, but I just can't see what the reason is to keep him in. That's my opinion. I was in clean sheet sports start stream, mate. It will be absolute carnage. If he does, I'll be straight on here after the game, no matter what. Ward conceding all goals, yes, something's fault. But yeah, so I mean, I don't think maybe I'm being a bit harsh on him because obviously I do like big Daniel Iverson. But I thought yesterday, I think, like I said, it was a bit easy for Sancho to come around and score. We kind of just went down immediately. I'm no pro goalkeeper or anything, but I thought you meant to obviously try and stand up a bit more. But yeah, I don't want to get into him too much because it's a bit undeserved. But no, you don't want to. That's what I just don't think I do. Oh, maybe a little bit. Do you not rate him? I think he's better than Sorensen and Marty. So Iverson still to make a score. Exactly, mate. That's happening, mate. He's going to do what that Colombian keeper did to save it, isn't it? Iver's like 17, crazy potential. Same age as me, crazy, isn't it? Crazy. It's annoying because we didn't get the move from Fofana. Yeah, it's a case of that. And I think that just reiterates the point of the board not wanting to back Brendan. So there we go. Got massive. I'm not going to say. I'll try to say it on stream. Go. Where's Wout Faes? He's got massive. Wout Faes. He's everywhere. Wout Faes. He's gonna run for you. Wout Faes. For the boys in blue. That's not bad actually. Obviously, I said it very. You know what I mean. Is it? I haven't seen that. That would be annoying. Won't be surprised though. Leicester miss out on another target. What should finally be like Maguire goes to? I hope so. Sorry, I'm at sports, so I was on a walk. No worries, mate. No worries. Welcome to the stream. They went to chat the sports like Tom. There we go then. Get in there. Play Smithies. No. Iverson. Iverson only. I swear Boot Phase is all right in a wig. He's definitely reason it. Sports thing got me laughing, yeah. If we get some more chance going tonight, boys. You know what? If we somehow beat Brighton on Sunday, I'll do a stream at this time and we'll get some chance in there, all right? We'll get some chance. But yeah, we've got 5 minutes left. Why don't we go and talk a bit about obviously the Brighton game? We talked about Rodgers, we talked about United. Let's forget about it. Let's move on to Brighton. His last name is Faes. Why coming for? Oh my god. Jesus. Harry Maguire sits on the bench. We don't need you. We got with Faes. His head's flipping massive. What a chant that is. That is a beautiful chant. Yeah, Brighton then on Sunday, boys and girls. Tough away day at the Amex. Brighton has won. That's fair enough, man. Beautiful. If you go Brighton, get a nice sausage roll. Who cares about the result? Even yesterday, we had a nice light show before the match. That's the main thing, isn't it, boys? That's the main thing. I think the reason why we started so badly, stick the Greatest Showman back on, and we'll win. Watch, simple as. He's one of our own artists, and he is. He's an absolute goat artist, and I beg he plays. Don't pronounce the E. What was it? Faes? I don't know. I watched him say what his name is. I forgot already. I think it's Faes, something like that. I don't know. No. Waters played well, but I really think of him. Yeah, you know it, mate. It was beautiful, wasn't it? It was beautiful. Sportsa signing, singing. Yeah, you know it. Come on, absolutely ultra iron. Oh yeah, if we win on Sunday, I'll do some chants. All right, not loads, but I'll do a few. All right, that's a promise. Okay, done a few tonight, so you know I'll do it. You know I'll do it. You having your own conversations, but yeah, I rushed. If you're on the streams on like Wednesday or something, you know I was rushing my arse off to try and get a Man United ticket. Did that for that. 78 quid for me and my dad. Absolute joke. Rip off in it for that. All waste of money. But anyway, yeah. We keep going, don't we? There's always next week, boys. There's always next week until we get relegated. So yeah, so Carrie isn't playing tomorrow. I think it's something to do with that. I think Brendan said he just hasn't been up to really scratch and train him. So 78 quid. Yeah, for me and my dad. Yeah. There's a lot in it. I think his ticket was like 40, 50. 78, yeah, mine's like 30 quid, quick maths, but yeah, for me and my dad, yeah, it's a joke, innit? So I mean, let's put the prices up, and the football's even worse. I don't think I'll be going to Villa, but obviously I will be at Forest. So yeah, I'll probably back Ant, to be honest. Big Ant, I reckon you'd do it after a few beers. I reckon Ant would do it. Yeah. I can't see me standing a chance against Ant. Can't lie. Big man on it. Brighton are doing well, beating Man U and stuff. My score pushing 2 on Brighton. Sorry, folks, we're going to lose. That is probably spot on, Ethan, mate. I think I've seen quite a few people saying 2-1, but yeah, you know what? Score pictures in the chat. Obviously, tomorrow there will be the match preview on the channel, so we'll talk a bit about the game there. But yeah, I think it's a difficult game. I think obviously Brighton lost to Fulham on midweek. I think it was Tuesday night or something, so they're going to want a response there. I believe they've won every single home game so far this season, so difficult place to go. But yeah, to be honest, should I be confident? No, I'm just going to predict a loss. I can't be asked to say we're going to win. I just can't. To be honest, I've always been patient with Brendan because he usually gets his defeats. But now I say what is that? You know it, mate. That's what I mean. Yeah, come on, you know it. Check the crisps up. Salt and victory. Oh, beautiful. I got loads of them. Right on there, I got like boxes full of them. Limited, mate. I'll sell them in a few years. Money. But yeah, that's that. Let's go on. Come on. Who we start against Brighton? In goal, the main man. You know who it is. Right back, Castagna. Centre backs, Evans, and a big about Faes to make his Leicester debut. Left back, I'll probably go Luke Thomas, to be honest. I could probably go Samore. I don't want to play some. Actually, Didier Holding. I'll go Samore. And then Tillemans. I'm going to drop Dues Bro, right? It's a big shout, I know, but I just didn't think he had the best of games. So I think maybe a rest for him. So Samore, Yuri, Madison in the cam, and Iheanacho and Vardy up top. You guys know I love the 4-2-2. So great sort of player. Yeah, I don't know how to stick him in my FPL team. You know, might put him in there because he's probably going to score against us, isn't he? Difficult place, but nice chips and sausage rolls. That's the main thing, isn't it? I swear the ground's not even like in Brighton, is it? It's like miles out. Yeah. Good old Sussex by the sea. I think Brighton will win 2-1. Last time we were. Oh my god! Don't get me started on that game. I could have a rant about that for about an hour. That game's still doing my head in, and even it reminds me of the goal we scored against Chelsea. Literally the same thing happened in another game a few days ago. Goal given. Classic. I want to see Perez. Well, I wouldn't say no to that. I'll start Iverson. Yeah, of course. My starting 11: Iverson, JJ, about Faith, Soyuncu, Castagne, and Didi, Dewsbury, Tillemans, Barnes, Vardy, and Madison. Interesting. Thomas is such a horrible fullback. Like, what doesn't even cross or pass. That depends on it. Yeah, I think Thomas just needs a bit more game time because I think he's going to be a good defender. But yeah, personally, I don't mind him, so I'll give him a chance. Southampton have a great young squad, if I'm honest. Yeah, so you wouldn't play Barnes. That's the thing. If Leicester had a right winger, I would play Barnes, but I just think there's no point playing these wingers if they're only going to have one out and out winger. So that's why I'm not going to start him. But I think come off the bench, yeah. But I don't think Barnes really didn't impress on last night. So I don't know. I remember that game. Alice was going for it. They did cheesy shits for pigs and blankets, do they? So I might go for that in sports. So I never forget. That was a joke, wasn't it? Absolute joke. Oh, we should have won that game, man. If we won that game, we probably would have got Europe as well. Sunji has to start. Surely he's not that bad. But by the comments people are saying, I just don't know. Also, mate, allow it. Okay, allow it. You know what? People don't take the mic. I'll remove you from the league. Okay. Yeah, I've had a bit of a mare to the start of the league. I think I'm about 20th in the sports league. If you want to join the sports league, drop me a DM and I can stick you in. I'll give you the code. You'll probably be about 5 weeks behind, but you're probably still under beating me. I used to be good at FBL, but the last 2 years have been shocking, and I've had a bit of a mare. I've already done my wild card, got Haaland in there, so yeah, that's what we need. We need to shit house it, don't we? Because every game we seem to have all this possession, all this, domination of the game, but don't take our chances, don't really create any chances. So yeah. Why have you saved Christmas like 60th out of them just so you like Gary? Mate, these are limited, bro. Limited edition. These the out of date's even rubbed off, but yeah, beautiful Chris. Keep them. I bet they're probably like green inside, aren't they? But they're not. Josh going to Brighton. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but maybe. Would you prefer Yannick over Marty or Wolf? Yannick over Marty. Wolf centre back, I'd say. Best guy in the back three, yes, back four. Yeah, I agree. I think with Vestergaard, I just believe it's just how high the line is, because if you play a high line, he's got no chance. But if we sit on the edge of the box, I think he's all right, because don't get me wrong, obviously so far in Leicester hasn't had a good start, but he can play the ball out quite nicely, which to be honest I think we need right now. It's just a case of how high play that line. Honestly, I'm not too sure how fast Wout Faes is, so if he's fast, we could potentially obviously play him alongside him in the back three or something, which could cover him. But I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, mate. I have to see. But by the sounds of it, it looks all right. I see him as well. Yeah, I know. Man. What would you do if Rodgers starts Ward again? I force Alisson to come on, smack him. Savage. I blame Ant for turning into a food stream. It's good. Well, what else we got to talk about realistically? Food's the main thing, isn't it? We need a point for. We need 6 points, but it's probably not going to happen. Thoughts on Rodgers saying the owners didn't support him? It's another excuse. I'm starving. I'm actually quite hungry as well, to be honest. First day back at college today as well. Absolutely boring. Sports. If Brendan doesn't play me tomorrow, I'm leaving to go to the Champions League. Well, sadly, mate, we're not actually playing tomorrow. But you understand your point, all right? But yeah, Daniel, mate, stay, please. You'll get your chance. I beg. Favorite take? You know what? Screw it. Should I have a few minutes talking about random stuff? Favorite takeaway? Do like just like pizza, to be honest. It's not takeaway, but I like pasta. I'm an Italian guy. Okay, I'm not Italian. But you know what I mean. Imagine Justin Thomas with Marcelo. So Jesus Christ. Do you remember when we lost to Watford when knockout? I think it was. Yes, I do remember that. Imagine if I did a stream after that. It would have been absolute. Imagine. Imagine if I did a stream after that game. It would have been an absolute meltdown. Jeez, Alisson doesn't play. We go. Well, at college, I'm doing A levels at college. I'm doing A level business, media, and English language. So that's what sports does in the spare time. Well, not spare time, you know what I mean. Like curry. I don't mind it. I like different parts, different ones, but like not the full thing. You know what I mean? I'm quite picky, so yeah. Give me a Mackey's and I know I'll have that, or a Leicester sausage roll. That'll do me. But yeah. Thomas or Castagna, mate. Simple as that. If Iverson plays in the whole sports fan, go, mate, it'll be absolute scenes. If Iverson plays, I'll stick a post on the community tab and go mad. Obviously Castagna, 100%. Big Timothy Castagna, probably been our best player. He has to start. I don't know why he didn't play yesterday, but hopefully he can start against Brighton on Sunday. So I love Mexican food. Underrated. I do like that. I rate that. Do you drive, Josh? I'm currently learning to drive. I got a test booked in February, so soon. But I am driving, yeah. What happened with Sunchi was our best defender 2 or 3 seasons ago. I think it's just down to confidence. I think the Euros had a big impact on him for him. Obviously, we got a train going past, boys. Yeah, that. But yeah, Turkey. Obviously, in Euros, everyone predicted them to obviously do well, and they were awful. And I think Sunchi was one of their main players. So yeah, name 3 random lesser known Leicester players from the last 10 years. Good question. Lesser known. Let's go for it then. Nashi Miguel from the Championship winning season. Gary Taylor Fletcher. Lesser known. Gokhan. There, right? Take them. He plays on the left. He plays on the right. That boy Castagna. This stream has just gone on apps. This stream's just gone off track, hasn't it? Last 10 minutes, but we're all for it. Well, no, we'll talk for a bit longer. We've got nothing else to do. It's Friday night. Premier League's back tomorrow. Let's have it. Let's try and enjoy ourselves. It's not enjoyable talking about Leicester, is it? Really? It's just lose. So yeah, Castagna's so good, mate. He's the goat. He is the goat. Apparently, Rodgers said it was to do with some attitude. Yeah, I think that's what I heard today in his pre-match press conference, to do with attitude and his just general ability in there. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. Did he go on holiday? I did indeed. I might be going away in October as well, Joe. So, cool. But yeah, boys, I'm gonna wrap this up in about 2 minutes' time. So if you've got any final questions about food or anything else, let me know. Feel free. But yeah, as always, drop a like on the stream if you aren't already. If you're enjoying the beautiful shout out Leicester and takeaways tonight. Come on. Patrick Van Aert, that's a good shot, that is. That's a good shot to know, actually, mate. I was thinking Stanley at Madison goes. Tillemans as well. Very good post by from Yuri on Instagram today. Fair play for him for doing that. So yeah, professional. Unlike Wesley Fofana. So I wouldn't be surprised if Perez plays. Yeah, if Leicester are playing wingers, Perez is probably going to start, because who else are we going to play that? I just think having Madison on that right hand side just really stops Leicester from attacking on each side. So Donald's order. Nah, I'm gonna be honest, boys. I am a bit of a wrap man. So I have a barbecue and chicken wrap with obviously chips and then a vanilla milkshake. So and maybe some chicken nuggets. I forgot about that actually. Yeah, kebabs good. Kebabs elite, isn't it? Especially after a nice loss on their way there. See you, Sportsa. See you later, Leicester fan, in a bit, man. Shame he already goes on a free. Yeah, shame. I think there was some talk about a new contract, but I can't really see it happening. So I don't mate. You got everyone hungry, mate. Well, look, I don't think so. Maybe if we're in the mud, like proper mud, yeah. But I don't know. German Dom. Yeah, it is banging, isn't it? There's one where I live, Loughborough. I'll say that because it's a big place. So. Yeah, when we accept that Vardy's finished, probably soon. But that's never good. We can't accept it, mate. We can't accept it because I don't know. It's what we do on the channel, mate. It's what we do. Realistically, who wants to talk about Leicester right now? Might as well talk about food. I think our January transfer window will be good. I don't know what to say to that, mate. I think the last time I made a good sign in January was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So, the watched KSI fights. I didn't watch them. I saw obviously a few highlights, but no, I didn't really watch them. So, yeah. But yeah, that's about it, boys. There we go. Gone through favourite foods. If anyone wants some packets of 6 year, I mean, that's probably about 7 years out of date. So, yeah, always in the setup. So, George the Sideman. Yeah, now and again. I don't want to wait for him to post every week, but I watch them now and again. Mate, that's perfectly fine. It's beautiful. We all love food at the end of the day. Good pizza, kebab, sausage roll, sandwich. Jeez, you got them mad there, mate. Jesus. You're having a proper dinner. I rate it then. I rate it. But yeah, that's it, boys. Thanks for letting me know your favourite food. If you haven't already, what's your favourite takeaway? Let me know in the chat. If anyone's just joined us right now, we're forgetting about Leicester. We're talking about food. So there we go. Nathan Dyer, what an absolute go. To be honest, I don't actually watch too much YouTube because I'm either doing videos or doing schoolwork or crying about Leicester. But yeah, I watch mostly football youth, football YouTube videos, bit of FBL stuff as well to try and help me get better in the league, which is not happening. Obviously, I watched lots of Fogden, etc. Some vloggers, better on tour, them sort of things. But yeah, my favourite food is relegation. And that's not mine. Gotta be honest. Especially how much did you put when we had our first lockdown? Not too much actually. I don't think I did actually. Maybe a couple of kilos, but no, nothing major. I actually went for walks like every day and went for a run, so I actually do need another lockdown because right now I just don't have the time to do anything. So how many points? I don't know. I don't know how many overall, but last week I got about 85 or something, which isn't too bad. So yeah, last game week I got about 85. So I can't. I don't know how much I'm overall, but yeah, I'll have a look for you boys. Relegation. It doesn't. Mid-table with a bit of spice seems perfect to me. With sprinkle of FA Cup as well. I have a feeling we'll start against Brighton Iverson that we should on the bench. That feeling is probably going to be very correct. What animals I'm scared of? Snakes. Hate snakes. Hate them. Like those fat ones who hide in the grass. Scared. I hate them. You know, massive ones that are I can't. Scary stuff, man. Scary stuff. For farm as well. Cast as a snake, you could say. So, but yeah, spiders. Big ones, yeah, but little ones, they're fun. Absolutely fine. It's quality, boys. Quality stuff. Quality stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up right now here, boys, because Sportsa, yeah, that's what I do, man. He's finished now, isn't he? No chance of recovering from that one. Favorite Leicester chant. Right, last question. Favorite Leicester chant. Probably the Sunchu one towards Maguire. We don't need it. We've got Sunchu. I won't say the rest because this stream will go. But yeah, boys, that is what I'm going to wrap things up tonight. And big thanks for coming in. Big thanks for Ant for getting the food chat on the go, and now Joe for getting the animal chat to get involved. But fair enough. That's what we do on here. We talk football. Now we can talk some random stuff because in videos, I'm not going to sit down and talk about spiders or snakes, am I? So that's the beauty of live streams. But if you have enjoyed it, drop a like on the stream. As I always say, it massively helps the channel out. So just drop a like if you want to see Iverson start on the weekend. And yeah, big game on the weekend. Hopefully we can get our first win or at least a point at the Amex. Obviously the match preview will be out tomorrow on the channel. So make sure you stay, wait for that one potentially. Should be out about 7 or 8 o'clock-ish, so tune in for that one. I might go live as well later tonight, tomorrow, sorry, potentially. But if not, I'll be live on Sunday as well after the game. So big thanks to you boys for coming in as always. And the 2 likes. Right, everyone on there, go and drop a like right now. That's an absolute disgrace. Disgraceful, boys. But yeah, no serious. Cheers for coming in. And as I always say, the most important message, Daniel Iverson is the GOAT. In a bit, boys.